Well, probably should have put some music on. Probably should have put some music on. Oh, look at my iPad. Okay. I can play my own music. Let's see. Files. But nobody's looking for me because I haven't been on here in so long, so we'll see what happens. Hair looks crazy. My hair looks crazy. Dun, 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 dun. My hair looks crazy. My hair looks crazy. It is April and it is still cold. And it even snowed, which is crazy. Sliding down the rabbit hole of the rushing of every soul. Years of moments of lightning, all but falters at my knees. I can't reach you. You're so far away. I can't touch you. I feel the Help me out, SpongeBob. Thank you, SpongeBob. It's so cracked and broken. Maybe I should have went vertical. nerves. It's fine. The idea was just to get on here, make myself do it. Even if I don't say anything, even if nobody shows up, it's fine. If you're wondering why I only have one glove on, I know I should have two, but it's kind of like it's a sensory issue. It's definitely a sensory issue. Oh wow, I just realized I had my blood taken. Let me move this. I had my blood drawn yesterday. Oops. Look at that. Dang. That was one of the times it didn't even hurt. Of course. Phone's gonna be all wackadoo. Okay. It was hanging perfectly. Now it's gonna be weird. There we go. And for some reason, I'm getting 50,000 emails all of a sudden. Quit it. No one's that popular right now, guys. I don't get it. Okay. I'm part of a artist collective, and they just sent me back-to-back email for this, the monthly meeting invite that they updated, but they keep sending me the calendar invite saying it's for January this year, and I'm like, January passed. Why you keep sending me January? Why you do this? This is definitely not flat. I hear music outside. I hope that my roommate's not here, because that means you're gonna block my car in. And I don't want that, because then I have to ask you to move, which means then I have to use my words. And I don't want to do that, because then I have to verbalize where I'm going and explain myself. And I don't like doing that, because I like my autonomy. And I don't like to have to make decisions about where I'm going, because sometimes I like to just do whatever the heck I want. You know what I mean, guys? Do y'all ever just, if you change your mind when you're out and about doing something, and then it's like the other person like, well, I thought you were gonna go here, and it's like, well, I was, but I changed my mind, and then they're like, act like you were lying or something. It's like, I just, honestly, sometimes I just want to do whatever I want. You know, I honestly don't know if I'm doing anything right with my hair right now. Gotta push this out. See, I'm just trying to get the roots. I want the rest of this to be like, to stay the same color. Just trying to get the roots red. This is kind of the lamest live stream ever, guys. Well, I guess I can talk about Ehlers Danlos syndrome. Got an electric wheelchair. It was donated by a community member, which was really awesome of them. I ended up going a little crazy over the winter. Stir crazy. A little crazy in general. Trying to get disability sorted out and all that. Finally got all that sorted out. I got many doctor visits ahead of me still. Really don't want to get the bottoms messed up. Okay. But I want to be able to see. crazy thing like that. Protect my ends, please, if you will. Okay, back to the glasses. So, did I miss a piece? You're just gonna have to go to the back. Really, not looking forward to the back, guys, because the back is hard. Maybe I should do the back now since I hate it so much. Well, it was a really horrible winter, and my pain levels were really high. I mean, we had harsh winter, okay? My car was frozen to the ground for like a month and a half, basically. Yeah, I had a state trooper had to dangerously rescue me and power me up the mountain in his SUV mountain vehicle. It was terrifying. And then luckily the salt truck came before he had to descend, because that's actually the more dangerous part, is him being able to descend the mountain. Yeah. But anyway, so that happened, and I don't know, being stuck in the house for that long and being in pain, and I guess like it was just doctor visits, specialist. I had just in November was diagnosed with Ehlers Danlos syndrome, which is a rare connective tissue disease. And then also POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And then soon after that, I was diagnosed with a autoimmune disease. And then I was also doing like, I'm dealing with migraines and just like really bad pain. That I've been dealing with pain my whole life that nobody's been able to treat. And I had also had surgery. And it's just like one thing after another. And while yes, it was great that I was finally getting some of these things taken care of, it was also like, I had also just been diagnosed with autism, like not even a year. Like all this stuff happened within like 8 months, and it was a lot. Okay, so I'm over here like, okay, what the hell? And I was getting progressively worse, like more sick and stuff, because I had left a traumatic, you know, home. I won't get into that, but year and a half before, and just a lot to deal with. And there's so much gaslighting before I found these doctors, so just to hear all this stuff was crazy. And so Lord. Yeah. I have had this red dye for like over a year. Probably longer, honestly, because I think when I moved here, I had it. So it's like over 2 years now. It's crazy. It's crazy because I can't see what I'm doing. And I'm like worried because I only want it on the roots. But I also don't want it splotchy. And I don't have anyone here to do it for me. And that's another reason why I use like one gloved hand. So I can kind of feel what I'm doing. Too poor to go and get it done. Whatever. It's what it is. That fell down. Okay, this side. Rinse this kid off. So anyway, they've been giving me that medication for all the pain. Well, I have fibromyalgia pain and Ehlers Danlos pain, and also the autoimmune and that stuff. And you know, I've been used to my pain my whole life, so I'm just like, okay, thanks. They're like, is it helping? And I'm like, yeah, it's helping. It's better than what I was taking, but I'm still using like it I guess getting the diagnosis gave me permission to use, like, I felt like it gave me permission, like seeing other people's videos where they used like mobility aids and like supports and stuff. It felt like, okay, it kind of normalized it for me. So I started like feeling okay about trying that stuff out. But my partner did not feel that way. And I felt like it was me giving up. And that really made me feel like crap, basically. It really made me feel like it took a hit to my self-esteem. And it was like all that, I had finally got answers, and after all the I don't know, after everything, I mean, I threw myself into researching all about my conditions, and I wanted to learn everything, and I kind of, you know, it became my special interest, autism, right? So, but my partner was not down with that, and they had a trauma response to it because of their past. I won't get into their personal business, but it caused issues to the point where it cost us a relationship. And that was right before the holidays. And it was devastating. You know, especially being so far from, for me, the holidays are important because it's a time that family gets together. And me being away from family, and after all of the trauma I've been through, my family's across the United States, so it's kind of, and I've been broke for the last couple of years because of my health, waiting for disability, as I can't teach. So it was pretty heartbreaking for me. And I kind of lost it. And I didn't really feel like I could reach out to the community because I felt like I was just going to be spreading negativity. I felt like everybody just wanted to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, when, you know, you share this and that. And it's like, I don't want the pity. That's not what I want. I want to feel like I have real friends. I want to feel like I'm equal. And I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way in the online community, to be quite honest. I don't feel like it's real. I don't. I'd like for it to be, but that's hard to happen when you don't see any of these people in real life. And then the people that you do try to talk to, like the other content creators, like, I get it, like, they're busy making content, and it's like they have a lot of followers and stuff, but I'm not just some, I don't view myself as just some, like, goo-goo-eyed fan, and I am not a kind of person that can just be content off of, like, talking amongst myself in the comment section, and just, I'm not a fangirl. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a creative, and the only way that I can survive is creating, and when I am low and I can't create, literally the only way I can survive is when I'm amongst other creatives. And that used to be when I was like in art centers and different stuff, working like when I was a musician with bandmates, or like, you know, when I was in a community art space and I had other artists that I could talk to, you know, if I'm in a writing place, you know, like if you're a student, you know, you talk to other students. Like if I'm doing digital content, I need to be able to talk to other digital content creators. I'm not the kind of person, even though I am a lot of times off on my own because I am autistic, I am an artist. I'm a loner in a lot of ways, but I also, it gets dangerous for me. It gets really dangerous. I can't just, you don't hear from me. I'm like gone. I've ghosted, dude. And I didn't have people from the community reaching out to me other than a small fan base. It's not because I decided, oh, I don't want to do content anymore. No, I wasn't okay. I was not okay. And that's the danger of it. It's and if we're really serious about making a community that's inclusive, we have to understand roles. And there are people that are creators. And if there's creators and there's fans that are not creators, like fans are gonna congregate with each other and keep each other sane. But content creators, they have to rally around each other. I didn't have anyone to reach out to me, and I know there was a few times I reached out for help. Guys, we can't just be reaching out and being like, whenever it suits us. If we're gonna really be there for each other, we can't just be putting down society for not being there for us. If we're not even going to be there for each other. When we have the means, when it's just a phone call or a text message, like, hey, how are you? We have to build relationships in the inner circle. But that's my spill. I think this is turning out. I think this will be good. What do you think? Yeah, so that's just, you know, my 2 cents on that. I don't have all the answers. I know it's not everybody can't save everybody, whatever, you know, but it's like not everybody in this community has family, and let's be honest, healthcare providers, they don't always fucking know how to help, dude. Not us. They don't. And sometimes they hurt more than help. So I'm just saying. But moving right along. Yeah, I did go and visit my family in Texas last month for spring break. If you've been following my channel, I know it's been a while, but I have a young teenage niece. Well, she just became a teenager in September, but she's an undiagnosed autistic and she basically says I'm her favorite person. I mean, it was awesome. I went there and her friends called her, like, on video call, like 3 of her friends, and she told them she had to go because she was hanging out with her best friend, meaning me, which I was like, aw. And I told her, you know, yes, I did come to spend spring break with you, but that doesn't mean you're obligated. Like, if you want to go hang out with your friends, you can. But she literally spent her entire spring break with me. I'm sorry about the water, but I'm trying to get this red dye off my hands. She did spend her entire spring break with me, which I love. We had a lot of fun. But, you know, she's had a rough past year and a half or whatever, probably longer than that, but I've mentioned before that she'd called the suicide hotline several times, and, you know, I've been hospitalized for it, and just I'm really, like, she seems to have taken a turn for the better. She did get into therapy, and she did I'm having to turn this because it was sitting on my computer and I splashed water. But she did, this past year, she got into theater, and I was a theater nerd too. But she, while I was there, she was selected, her, like, well, I got to go for my birthday, so I was there for a week and a half before spring break. So while I was there, she found out she was going to be director and stage manager for a play, and that's awesome. And she gets to pick the play. Well, she did pick the play already, but she's finding that out at the time. And it's really, I'm just really glad that she has these things to look forward to now, as opposed to, you know, where we were a year ago. And because it was really hard for me to leave her over the summer, last summer, when I went to visit. Sorry about the bad camera angles. So that was good. And I got to, it wasn't hot there. It was in the south, so it wasn't hot there, but it wasn't cold, so it was nice. That was nice, at least. Because when I left here, my car was literally frozen to the ground, and there was no salt to be had to unfreeze it from the ground. It was like several inches in ice to the ground, and I couldn't get it unfrozen. My forehead is pink, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get that off. Yes, I technically know all the tricks so as to prevent all this, which I did not do. Sometimes my energy levels are like, just do the thing. And my back is in a lot of pain from just doing what I did at this point. So okay, wipe all that down. All that down. Rinse as much of that off as I can. Sorry about the angle, but anyway. And this live stream was like a whole bunch of just me talking to the camera. Because nobody came, but that's cool. Little practice never hurt anyone. I guess I'll just take my ends and do a hair tie. Oh. And then I'm just gonna clip that off my face. And if you're wondering what I used Ion Bright's Color Brilliance Red. And you don't have to mix it with anything. It's only semi-permanent. And I haven't been using, looking for the box. I have not been using anything permanent. I've only been using stuff like this. The one that I just used is this, except it's not the salmon one, it's the one that's red. But I don't know where to put the box now. Oh, it's on the floor. This one. But you don't mix it with anything. My roots are growing out though, and if I put any of that other stuff on, it'll just wash right out. And this is the first time I've bleached my eyebrows. I feel kind of dumb about that, but whatever. Let's see. How long do I leave you on? The instructions on the inside of the box, like I have to rip the box open to read it. I really hate it when they do that. Seriously. What if I didn't want to rip the box open? $20 to 40 minutes. All right, well, I'm going to go find something to do. I'm feeling kind of fatigued now. Probably gonna go make some tea. Go catch up on some videos. I have a little tea right here. Try to figure out what I did with my shirt. Oh, here it is. Y'all are not getting the full outfit, this crazy outfit I got going on. I have the leggings. I don't know if y'all saw my boots. These are my new rock boots. I have these leggings that were too bright, so I dyed them black so they're faded. I got my corduroy skirt. Then I have this kind of interesting thing. It has a hood on it. And then I have this little thing. It's kind of a strange ensemble. Honestly, I had just woken up and I was trying to clean out my drawers from the winter. And I also have like this halter top on underneath it. I was trying to clean out my drawers from the winter. But it won't stop wintering because it snowed like 3 times already and it's April. And I'm like, what are you trying to do to me? You're killing me. Oh, also full circle, the doctor, the meds, the pain. I finally was like, enough is enough with the pain. I found out, like, why am I having to be in pain all the time? Well, I had joined a Facebook support group, and I found out, like, a lot about my conditions, and apparently the medication I was taking for my pain, I was, like, on a super low dose, and I was, like, on 300, and, like, the max dose for my condition is 1,800 3 times a day. But I had been so conditioned to like kind of sweep my pain under the rug, and also like I don't know what a normal pain is. So I basically feel like when I wake up in the morning that I've been ripped apart like a wishbone. I've just like I'm constantly in pain. There's never a moment of the day in my life that some part of my body's not in pain, and it's multiple parts of my body, and it's just which is overriding the other one. So I'm so accustomed to that, like when someone tells me, what's your pain like today, I don't know how to answer that. Or like a pain scale, like that's hard too. Like I'm never on a normal pain scale. And so anyway, he doubled my pain meds. And I finally feel like I'm maybe like at a 7 to a 9 on a normal pain scale. Because like right now I'm really needing to go sit down and lay. Like, I can tell you, I can pinpoint where the pains are instead of it being so all over the place that I can't explain to you the pain. You know? But it took me listening to other people talk about their pain and stuff for me to actually be able to explain my own pain. And therapy, it's like that. But when you've tried to explain your pain your whole life and people were like, it's normal, it's fine, and just basically called you a complainer or told you that you were lazy or didn't believe you because it just sounded outrageous or they couldn't find out what was wrong with you, and it's not like people can cry 24/7 for years. So you learn to just numb over it in a way, emotionally. But anyway, the good news is he'll probably up the medication again, but he's going to give it a little time to see if it builds up in my system. But that's a good thing. I'm also getting this thing called the body braid. If you want to look it up, it's www.bodybraid.com. It'll help like hold my body together better, so I'll have less supplications. It's like where my joints come out of socket very easily, because I'm hypermobile. Because I have a faulty collagen. Like, I'm sorry, there's like this like bug, and she keeps like bothering me. She's just like, it's that time of year where they just keep coming in. Those and stink bugs. It's really annoying. But I'll still take those over cockroaches. That's what we get in the South. Anyway, so yeah, that I'm hoping will like hold me together. I've heard a lot of good things about that. So that's a positive thing. And I think like me going to see my family and them actually witnessing me having a POTS episode and me having my Apple Watch and them seeing my heart rate go up and them seeing how that is associated with the flushing and the hives and everything, and them actually see when I lay down how my heart rate goes down, and then like it's like I have to prove to people that it's not in my head. I had to wait for technology to catch up to prove to people, you know. But then actually see me being in a wheelchair and stuff, and then they finally start taking me seriously. So it's good and it's bad, because it's like I don't want to be in a wheelchair, but it's good that I have the option if I need it. But I also don't want to be in a wheelchair, so I'm still trying to like find other things that I can do. Anyway, I've been on here an hour, and I'm gonna go take a break and hydrate and you know, maybe do a little art or something. Well, I did art with my hair. Oh, everything's art, right? You should do some art too. Well, everything's art, right? So miss y'all, and hope everyone's okay. Be kind to yourself and others, and just remember, in life everything's art, and remember, it's all art. And there's no I can't, and I'm learning how to make art.